It's the Nina Air Show. The Nina Air Show. We're walking in excellence. This is the Nina Air Show. The Nina Air Show. We're walking in excellence.
Welcome back to my channel, the Nina AirShow, where we talk excellence. Today I'm super excited to have a special guest on this show with me, and look at how lovely she is. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she gorgeous? I just love her so much. I love her intelligence. I love her wittiness. I love her maturity. I just love this young lady so much. So guys, I'm so excited to bring her to you. I'm going to introduce her to you very soon, but there's something we must do before we get started, and I hope she knows what that is, and that's it. Excellence. Yeah, excellence. Come on, Ashley. Excellence. Yeah, excellence. Come on, excellence. Yeah. I'm so excited. I just love it. So today, guys, in case you missed me for the last 2 Sundays, I took a break. Yes, I did. I can afford to take a break, can I? So let's go into my guest. I want to introduce you to Ashley. Welcome to the Nina Air Show.
Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. So it is not your first time on the Nina Air Show. What other episode were you on? What other segment were you on?
Joneses.
Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Keeping Up with the Joneses, yes. My family was on here.
That's right. So she was on Keeping Up with the Joneses, and it was amazing. So I encourage you to go check it out so that you spoke a little bit more about blended families and stuff like that. So yeah, so that kind of like was you opening up a bit more. But today she's on the show for a different reason. She is here to talk. I love to be able to encourage young people, or anybody for that matter, but I love when young people are having their own business and being entrepreneurial and stuff like that. So tell us, Ashley, you know why you're on the show. You're here to talk to me about Ashley's Hair. So what's the name of your business?
Hair by Ashley. And then I just add on the 2 first it so that it will be distinguished on Instagram. Ooh. But it's really Hair by Ashley.
Okay, awesome. So that when people are looking for you, they can, yeah. So basically, just give us your Instagram handle, which is Hair by Ashley _246, or
yes, underscore between every word. So here underscore by underscore Ashley.
Oh wow.
246. Yes.
You'll get it. I'll put it across the screen and also in the description for you. So tell us, how did you came about with the name Hair by Ashley, and why hair?
Okay, why I chose the hair business?
Yes.
Okay, well, Hair by Ashley was just something that I thought of because it was a very simple name, you know.
It's your name and it's beautiful.
Yes, but I haven't really, because when I was thinking about a name, I wanted something really nice, because you always see these businesses with really nice thought out names. Yes. And meaningful, and I was like, oh gosh, but I need a meaningful name. But if I had stayed on the name, I would have never started, because I would have been like, okay, well, I don't have this amazing name, yes, so I can't start yet. But I said, you know what, so that I could just get the process along, I could always change the name later.
That's right. But
so I could get the process along, I just went with a pretty simple name, Hair by Ashley.
And I love it, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And how I came about with hair, when I was younger than I am now, I always like to do hair. Like my mom, she bought me my first mannequin when I was about 7 or 8.
Wow.
So I was always into hair.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously with school and everything, I took a little break. And now I have finished school, so I decided, okay, I'm going to start back with the hair. And I actually watched a video on your show with Shania.
And so you were inspired.
Yes.
I love it.
I was like, okay, well, you know, God, I really want to start something now that I'm not really at school anymore or anything like that. But I was a little bit scared, because I was like, oh, but I don't think that I can be able to be all of that, you know, because hair business is pretty, everybody's into hair. So I figured, well, if this is something that God gave to me, in my mind it might not be the best, but if this is what God gave to me, I have to use it.
Yes.
I am going to use it to the
Yes.
best that I can.
Yes.
So,
I love that you added that hair business everywhere, and because hair business, what you did to make your stand out, what was the little niche that you did, what did you put into yours to make your stand, because to me you're a standout.
well, I think that for me, when I think about hair, because of how I've been with my hair, I had to learn how to kind of, not that I ever thought my hair was not nice, but I didn't really know how to deal with it. And I always used to watch these videos on social media with girls that have similar hair to mine, but it would always see them using like these really expensive products or that you can't even find in Barbados. So I just, being on my journey with my hair, I had to find confidence in myself, and that obviously led in my appearance, and that obviously includes my hair. And I think, and that's why I post daily motivation on my page, so that it could kind of, it's not just about hair, it's about being confident in who you are and also in your appearance. And then also, obviously, as you are confident in yourself and your appearance, you will start to take care of that better and not have to look at like outward or on social media for other people's, what's the word,
style, opinions, and so on. No, I love that. The first time I saw one of your quotes popped up, I think maybe on Facebook and all of that, I was like, when did Ashley start this? I was so amazed. I was blown away. If you notice, I always say you love, because I actually love it. And I looked at it and I said, this is so amazing. And then oftentimes I would read your comments, like your quotes, and I could tell that they're coming from a place where you is walking on this journey and you're saying, this is my journey that I'm sharing with you guys. And it's so amazing, it's so mature, because some of what you write is like so mature that when I'm like, is this Ash? Like, what happened? And obviously I know you when you were younger to this age, so it's like, it's such a beautiful process, and I really admire that. So that's why I wanted to have, of course you were to be on the show before, and then COVID happened and we were not filming, but now you're here. And so I thought to myself, now you're here. You heard that? Now you're here, you're dealing with hair. I'm so corny, guys. But I love it, and when I saw it, I was like, no, I have to have Ashley on the show. So I love that you post motivational quotes on your show. What made you decide to post not just about hair, but motivational quotes to inspire others?
Well, because when I thought about it, well, I was thinking, okay, well, for me, I don't do hair like every single day. So to keep my page active and to keep others engaged, and then also being able to share back to the same confidence thing, being able to share that that motivation to help others, to build others up in a different way, you know, that would result in having a better outward appearance of themselves. I just thought that these motivational quotes would be nice, because in order to be able to connect with other people, and I mean, sometimes I post and then like a week later I will still go back to some of the stuff that I post and listen to my own to myself, because honestly sometimes I just ask God for wisdom to be able to post, and it sometimes it's not me coming from me, so I just need the wisdom too. So I just go back sometimes and just read some of my posts and stuff like that.
And encourage yourself.
Yes, please.
But that's amazing, because, and I love that you said sometimes you need it yourself. There are how many times, you know, you hear people share, myself even, I share something and I'm like, you know what, I need this that I'm sharing. So when you need it, you embrace it, and that's humbling, and I love that. When it comes to choosing like different hair, because I noticed that you usually tell folks about the different hair textures, and one of the most important quotes that you've wrote so far for me is to love the hair that you're in, or something like that. Maybe I have it wrong, but yes. And I love that, and it encouraged me. I read it and I said, you know what, I remember there was a time I didn't love my hair pattern, and you talk so much about hair pattern, and you said if you know your hair pattern, you will love it. If you love it and it will grow, you will, it's just you appreciating it instead of looking at others, because my favorite type of hair pattern was yours. Yes, so for me to hear you say that, I was looking at you like, what do you mean? my favorite type of hair pattern. But then by reading that quote, it inspired me. So just imagine an adult reading that, so you're inspiring to so many others. You motivate and you encourage and you inspire, because I read, I was like, wow, you know, this is so amazing. Because I remember the days I used to look at my, like, what kind of hair pattern is this that goes right? I mean, my hair shrinks so short. So tell me, for a person like me with hair that shrinks really fast, I mean, if I pull yours, I can tell it's probably all down here, but it shrinks as well, but mine shrinks even probably further. What do I use for that shrinkage? Because I experience a lot of shrinkage.
Wow. I am not really an expert, but
You sure sound like one to me. Just teasing. Yeah.
Wow. That's basically shrinkage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think that sometimes, like, shrinkage is one of those things that you can't really, unless you wet your hair, and then you use like a product that's gonna kind of keep it in that state, like. For example, like gel is, I don't really use gel because to me it just leaves like these white stuff in my hair. I don't really like it, but sometimes gel can kind of stiff your hair out, so it would keep it at a certain length that you want it to.
Yes.
Like they got some people that they got this thing named the wet look, where people would put a lot of gel in their hair so that it can stay up, and then tie it down so it can stay a particular way. So I would not recommend that. But yeah, if you're really thinking about health in your hair and stuff, embrace this shrinkage, to be honest, because it's all about, that's just the beauty of your hair. And another way so that people is kind of to be able to show off their life is by not straightening it, but having that straightened look, like flat iron or something like that.
Yes,
so,
that's really nice. Thank you for the tip, because I often look at, I'm like, sometimes I pull it and I can see the length, and then when I let it go, it goes bling, like a spring right back there, and I'm like, oh, who's gonna know that I actually have hair on my head? Especially I recently cut my hair again, so it's like I want it to grow so quickly, so fast. But it's taking its own time. But I love the tips that you shared, and I'm sure somebody actually wanted to hear that as well, who have hair that shrinks like myself. I'm not going to ask you a lot of questions as it pertains to different hair textures, because I know you're not an expert, like you said, but tell me more about the braiding business now.
Okay.
How did you get into that? Because I never knew that, by the way.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, well, I actually love to braid, to be honest. I always used to practice on my cousin or somebody that I knew, some friend or something. But recently I really have been kind of judging myself, because there's so many good hair stylists out there, and so sometimes I would kind of find myself comparing myself to other braiders.
But remember, you did share something. Do not compare.
Yes.
I remember that quote. So I told you I read them. I do read them. I do. But I know what you mean. Sometimes even though we say something, it's like, as you said, we still sometimes use it for ourselves. So yes.
But I always loved braiding, and I would always braid on my mom's hair or something like that. And I think that one of the things that, like, I was doing somebody's hair a few weeks back, and I didn't do the style in a while, but I knew I could get it done. And so when I did it, I was so happy because I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so good.
Wow.
And I was really, really happy with myself. I mean, there was still something that I wanted to change because that's me, but I was really, really happy, and it kind of gave me a sense of joy to just see my finished product. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. And I've seen some of your styles. I've seen some of the ladies with your hairstyles from the church. Like, she's one of my spiritual daughters. Holla. But I've seen your moms, and you have a live mannequin. Who best to practice on? Now your mom. I remember when my sister started over here, she used to practice on over here, and then she became like really good at it. So much so that when she left to go, we were like, so who's gonna braid our hair? I'm only braiding the aspect of braiding. So that's really good. So is this something that you think that is going to become like a long-term business for you?
I have been studying that question for really long, and I don't know. I am not sure if that's going to be my path, But I think that I am going to do something to do with that. Like I feel like this, even if this is a skill that is short term, the lessons that I'm going to learn from this is
Yes.
going to be really major, because for me to kind of believe in myself,
Yeah.
that is something that I also am learning.
Yeah.
And to, yes, be critical, but still not to the point where I am too hard on myself. That is also one of the lessons that I'm learning. So
Yes.
if it's not long term, I am definitely still learning for whatever it is that God has for me.
That is amazing. I love the answer. The thing about it is that because it's a passion that you have, whether it's long term or short term, it could all be, God gave us the ability to create multiple streams of income.
Yes.
So even if it may not be you, the one braiding the hair, it can still be a business. Then you
Yes.
could employ other people.
Yes.
So it's still your business, yes? I know of a lady who, her daughter actually began to run the business, but it started with her. And even though she was not the one working, she had people come in, she had a staff. So even though it may not be, you may move on to other things, it could still be like a business that can bring in some income, and which is always good. Yes, and I could see you being a little boss anyhow. Okay, so you told us earlier, and by the way, I have this question and it almost slipped me. So what is it that you see yourself doing long term then,
Well, I think that,
career wise?
well, I want to deal with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure if that means I'm going to open a daycare or if that means I'm going to go join a school, but I think I really like dealing with kids, and I think I have the patience for it. I mean, that's only effective if it's proven in a real life situation,
Yeah.
but I think that I have the patience for them.
Yes.
And so I'm not going to study to become that teacher, and I
Yes.
guess along that journey I'll be able to decide what I want to do with whatever I receive at the end of that course.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's the path I'm going
Wow.
along.
No, that's amazing, and that's a good. I love when people know what they want to do. It took me forever to know what I really wanted to do, forever. So at this age, and you have a good sense. I think that is amazing, amazing. I could see you definitely being an excellent teacher, Ash. I usually watch you. You see why it's good to be excellent in what you do. I usually watch you on Sundays with your younger brothers, and I am like, Ash is so patient. Like, I won't be able to do it, and I love kids. Like, once you want to get down, like, okay, go run around. I will be that type of parent. Go run around. You know, like how you go sometimes and you see parents with their kids and they're like just run around. If somebody's looking at you, like, hold your child. I'm like, just leave the child as a child. Let them run around. So things like that doesn't bother me, but I know for some people they're like, hold your child. But I see you there and I'm like, she is like so patient. But they love you. I can see that your younger brothers, they love you. I see how they like look to you already like, my big sister Ash. And so tell me, in terms of your parents, how proud are your parents of you starting this business?
Well, they were one of the first people that I talked to, because Here by Ashley was always kind of there,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really popping, I should say. It was not a really active page.
Mm-hmm.
So when I told them that I was going to start it, they were very supportive
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And they're always very supportive. Like whenever I have to do here, they always make arrangements for the little ones to get
Yeah.
taken care of. And I really love that. They're very patient with me. And I figured this whole thing out.
Yes.
So, and they always provide, if I need a top up on jam, if I need,
I love that.
whatever I need, they're always there to help me and assist me any way that I need. So
That's amazing. And I know you have amazing parents. And the support must make you feel very special.
yes.
Yes, I know, I could only imagine. That's good. So, our last question, or basically she's going to take it from here. What can you say to young folks out there, or anyone for that matter, but I want you to speak to the youth about starting a business? So we just had a little break, so finally I want you to close for me by telling the viewers, the young viewers that is, how to go about starting, or encourage them if they want to start a business.
I think that a lot of the fear that is happening is that, am I going to fail if I start? Or is this even something that I want to do? But I think that you can't know that unless you actually start. And even if you fail, if it was not for you, a lot of people probably see anyway.
Yeah.
So just start it. and get it out. You don't worry about the name, all these little details, then things can come afterwards. Just start it. Use whatever you have. I mean, I didn't really have a lot of stuff. I mean, I literally do it in my home. So I just start it. Do what you can do with what you have, and that is going to be enough for right now.
I love that, and I think that's one of your quotes as well. Start with what you have, and you're enough.
And I think
love
that
that.
also people are going to, when you start doing your stuff, people are going to start fearing. My mommy's friend, she actually gave me like this basically is like a hair stand where I can like put the braid on, because I usually take long parceling it out, so I can actually use it to put the braid on so that I will finish quicker. So she saw that I was doing hair and she decided, okay, I'm gonna bless her with this. So I think that even as you go, people are gonna start to favor you and stuff like that. So just start.
Wow, I love that. Aw, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Wow, I love that. Guys, I will not even add anything to that. She wrapped it up beautifully. So guys, where can we find Ashley? I'm sure you want to know that. I'm gonna have her tell you one more time where you can find her, also what type of braid she does, not price. She's gonna let you know that when you contact her. So where can we find you, and give us the different type of styles that you cater to?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at hairbyashley246. There's a lot of underscores in there, but when you put in hairbyashley246, it should come out. I don't think anybody else has that name. And also on Facebook, you can just type in Ashley Moore and it should come up. And yeah, that's about it. On my Instagram page, you'll be able to find my WhatsApp number. I cannot remember it right now. Okay, but everything in the air will tell you everything that you need to know about that.
That's right.
And the kind of braids that I usually do all types of braids, natural hair, and then knotless braids, regular braids, big or small, and then also braiding in cornrow. You can also get that done. I am currently working on doing the faux locks. I think that would be really cool.
Wow.
And then I do rope twists, but I have to brush on my skills. But yes, I can get that done as well.
Wow.
So that's it, guys.
Wow, awesome. So I'm going to put all of what she just said at the bottom for you. All her details, you're going to find it there. And so if you're local, you can contact Ashley. So Hair by Ashley. And also if you're not local and you're visiting Barbados and you want to support Ashley's business, then you can contact Ashley, because I know that you're going to view this video is going to be viewed not just locally. So if you're visiting and you remember this video, then please by all means contact me and I can get to her for you, or contact her directly. So thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, before we go, excellence is a choice, and in all you do, aim for
Excellent.
excellence. That's right. Hey, thank you so much. God bless you guys. We love you. Bye.
It's the Nina Air Show. The Nina Air Show.